What is going on, y'all? It's your boy Suave here, and we are going through all of the nerfs and buffs for Season 1 for Marvel Rivals today. We're going to be going over the Duelist, Strategist, and the Vanguard, so pretty much almost every character is getting touched, so make sure you stick around and watch out through the whole video. Oh, also some changes to the team-up abilities as well we'll be going through. Anyway, so let's just dive right on into the Duelist. Going through here, we're looking Black Panther, Hawkeye, Hela, Psylocke, Winter Soldier, and Wolverine are getting nerfs. Some of the highlights from that are, which I don't think are enough. You know, we're seeing Hela's going to get a health drop from 25. We are looking at Hawkeye as well. His charge is going to take longer to throw an arrow, which I honestly didn't think Hawkeye was that bad. The big thing is if you want to be good with Hawkeye, you need to go turn off the there's like an aim setting that's for mouse. Oh, mouse acceleration. So if you turn that off, Hawkeye is so much more of a hit scan. Wolverine, he's getting enough in a nerf and a buff, but the reduce of the damage for Undying Animal is going from 50 to 40. And then Winter Soldier is going to have his area damage from 70 to 65 and decay at 65% at 40 meters to 60%. Black Widow's getting some love. I think she really needs it. She's just not really picked that much. Honestly, I think she's a good character, but she's just not picked enough. So I think kind of it looks like what they're looking at is the data of who's being picked, who's not, and they're trying to make adjustments there. The Black Widow buff was definitely needed. Magic, I think Magic is really good. I will say that, I mean, her ult, when she pops it, it's not that terrifying. And I've seen her get killed out of her ult so many times. And so the 115 to 135 is definitely a good move because I just, you know, she's got that ult and I want it to be like scary. Whenever she goes into her ult, it should be terrifying, you know? I mean, she's becoming a freaking demon, you know? I like Magic a lot. She's fun. If you get down her mechanics, she's a lot of fun. You do see a lot of people in higher elos playing with her and being successful, but I think she does need just like a little bit of love so that she's better for the common player. The Psylocke nerf is definitely disappointing. Everybody knows that that's pretty much my main. I run Psylocke constantly. I love her playstyle. I love playing with her. I love what the character provides as a playstyle. It's just her ult though, so it's really not that big of a deal. Dance with the Butterflies is now going to be able to be stopped by Magneto's barrier and Hulk's indestructible guard, as well as other things that are shielded as well. I'm sure Captain America's shield will probably have an effect on that too. You know, but I'm kind of going back to pick rate. I think it's because there's a lot of people that are Psylocke mains. She's got a big window to jump over to get really good with her. You got to get down your timings and your patterns of your shots to really be successful with her, and be able to consistently win 1v1s with her takes going to the range pretty much every day or when you hop on. So I can see the nerf, but I don't know, at the same time I think she should be rewarding when you get that ult. So I'm torn. I don't like seeing the change, but I get it. Another notable mention is Black Panther. I don't play much Black Panther, so you guys are going to have to help me out in the comments, kind of tell me exactly what all this does. I do know that he marks, and I have seen a lot of people that play Black Panther incorrectly by just like pretty much going in and fighting tanks, but I mean, they're just giving away damage. They're just feeding at the end of the day. So I see a lot of Black Panthers that are just feeding, just doing their mark and their dash through people and just not getting any kills. The 120 to 175 health, I mean, maybe this might make Black Panther players be smarter about how they engage because they know they have a lower health. I'm not sure. We'll see how that plays out. The Wolverine buff is crazy though. The 300 to 350, that's definitely kind of wild. Wolverine's always been like an oppressive character in the right hands. I mean, it's terrifying when you have a Wolverine coming at you. I mean, especially because you're like, is this guy a good Wolverine? Because if you got somebody who's a good Wolverine and they know what they're doing, they're good. They're good, and they put numbers on the board. So I've seen a lot of high elo Wolverines be very, very successful and be very terrifying when they're on the team. So yeah, Storm definitely needed a buff. I don't know about Squirrel Girl. I mean, I run into her every once in a while, but when them squirrels come at me, I'm just like, bro, what? Are these squirrels? We got squirrels coming at me? Let's go through the strategists. Cloak and Dagger is getting a buff. We have Rocket Raccoon getting a buff as well. The Cloak and Dagger buff is actually, like, really good. The reduce between switching between Dagger and Cloak has been reduced as well. That's not here, but that is something. And also, whenever you switch, you could before, but it reloads as well. So, it was already that way, but now it's actually faster to switch than it is to actually reload. So, Cloak and Dagger, major win there. And then the Eternal Bond is getting 4 charges instead of 3 now. The only thing is that what's really unfortunate about Cloak and Dagger is that nobody that doesn't play her, which is everybody else in the lobby, doesn't know how their ult works. You'll make a barrier, you'll go and do the 3 or 4 points or whatever, and your team just doesn't get into it. Like, this will heal you. Get in there. It's used to kind of a push incentive. But I just think it's like game knowledge. And I think the more we play the game, the more people know what she does and then force that. But yeah, no, it's really unfortunate because I think a lot of people just don't know what the ult does. Jeff is getting a change as well. So his ult is just so fast, and so I think that's kind of what they're looking at. I was reading is that there's just not much reaction time for it. Which, I don't know, I'm torn. I think there should be counters to these things, but at the same time, like, they're going to nerf him and it won't be a good ult anymore because it's a game changer. When a Jeff hits it and gets enough people, it can change the game entirely. Splash changes with his heals. Luna's getting a nerf, increase the interval of switching between healing and damage. From 1 to 0.5 or 0.1 to 0.5, reduce nature favors for Mantis, and the increase of the healing of repair mode from 60 to 70 for Rocket. Which a Rocket, I want him to be more of, okay, we got a healer, we got a Rocket. When I see a Rocket, I see somebody who is just gonna be just throwing damage out. Useless damage sometimes, even though I did see a Rocket completely melt a Punisher one time, and it was really handy. But I do not see Rocket as a prime pick, especially you don't see any Rockets in higher elos. So unless you have a Punisher and they want the ammo boost, but yeah, I don't know. I think he's gonna need more love than that. I don't think that was enough. So here's the team up changes. There's going to be changes. I'll let you guys go through and read these more in depth. But we got Hawkeye, Black Widow. We got the Ragnarok with Hela, Loki, Thor. We got the Chilling Charisma with Luna, Namor, and Jeff. And the Union, this is Thor, Storm, Captain America, Rocket. And this is actually, we were just talking about the reduce the cooldown of ammo from 45 to 40. So a little buff there, which is kind of wild. Bucky and Punisher. And then Scarlet Witch and Magneto's team up is getting a buff as well. So that's nice. Let's see here. All right. Was that all of them? Okay, we did not go through the Vanguards. Okay, we got one more. So the Vanguards, we got a buff to Captain America, Thor, and Venom. Let's go through here. So I shield restoration. Maybe that's good. Liberty from 12 to 10. Increase base health. Okay, that's good. Energy costs.
Who's that? Yo, pick up the phone.
34. We just gotta
What's up? What's up?
Or we would make a video and get a
Yo, Duque! Pick up the phone!
One of my TikTok video must be popping off right now, so appreciate the follow. Shipbrick. Well, anyways, I stream on Twitch, so if you guys want to come through, drop a follow and we'll get notifications like that. So anyways, back to the task at hand here. It's twitch.tv/Swavilo, same name as the YouTube. Yeah, I don't know. So the additional health, Captain America's gonna need more love than that. It's not that he's bad. Honestly, I've seen videos of very good Captain Americas. I think he's actually very strong, to be honest with you. But it's one of those things is he's not fluid. Like, he's not somebody that you can pick up and you're just naturally doing well with him. He takes a lot of discipline and learning to get really good with Captain America. So he's not, because he requires discipline. You can't just be in, you got to be hitting out. You know, you can't just be in there or you're just not going to have a good time. Doctor Strange, so it looks like he's getting a nerf. Damage fall off to Maelstrom of Madness. So that's the Gamma thing, right? Yeah, so that's a Hulk and Iron Man team up. Slightly decrease the shield value recovery rate after releasing Shield of the Seraphim. Okay, so this is the attack and shield technique, it looks like. So they are not wanting people to be tapping shield and then throwing an attack. Tapping shield, throwing an attack, which was the meta with Doctor Strange players. So that's unfortunate. That is very unfortunate because that's what made him good. You know, you didn't want your shield to break, so you would tap off of it. So making that a little harder is unfortunate because I think that's what made him a very strong Vanguard. Thor is getting 25 more health and immunity to control effects during God of Thunder. Okay. And then Bruce Hulk is getting a nerf from 250 to 200. Venom is getting a buff from Symbiote Resilience from 1 to 1.2. So that's less damage coming in. Increase the Symbiote Resilience. Okay. Well, I mean, that's good. That's good. I do think Venom needed some love. I think he was good anyways. If you have healers, you got to have a good healer, though, to make it Venom good. But for him to be more of a self-sustaining tank, he definitely needs some love. But, however, I will say a good Venom is in and out. But that's not what people really want from a Vanguard or from a tank. But I've seen some in and out players with Venom and high elos be very successful with Venom. Just in and out, you know, type thing. Kind of like a hit and go, but more of like a support for somebody's pushing. So you have a Psylocke flanking. Here comes Venom coming in to give you backup, and it's a very successful play style. And then an increase to his ult as well. So yeah, that's all of them. I don't know. There's some that I feel good about. There's some I don't. And there's some things I wanted to see more of. So let me know y'all's thoughts. What buffs were good, what buffs are bad, and what buffs and nerfs are needed on top of this. Let me know in the comments section. If you guys are new around here, drop a like and subscribe. Also, like I said earlier, I stream on Twitch, twitch.tv/Swavilo, and I stream on TikTok, make videos on TikTok. I'm everywhere. Just search Swavilo and you'll find me. But yeah, I appreciate you guys. Thanks for all the love and all of the support for the channel. We've really been growing here recently, so you guys just keep showing up, and I really appreciate it. Also, shout out to Rivals Assemble for making these graphics and posting them on Twitter. They are just really good at making stuff and sharing nerfs and buffs, and they've been a really good account. So you guys go show them some love and follow them. And if you're needing some updates as well, they've been a really useful tool for me. So anyways, without further ado, you guys take it easy. Have a blessed one. We'll catch you guys on the flip side. Later, baby.